with another Minecraft video. And today, we are actually going to be looking at a awesome mod called the Warstuff Mod. Now, you guys know me. Anything that involves modern combat is my kind of thing. So this fits perfect with Lands and MC Heli, in my opinion. Now, unlike most war mods, this one doesn't actually really add guns, but rather adds in... Dude, that was like... It rather adds in more, oh, is it? Oh my gosh, it's peaceful, guys, peaceful. It actually adds in blocks and stuff, which is pretty freaking awesome. So as you can see behind me, oh, oops, we got this awesome little bunker, which is actually an insta-build that can be made within this mod, which we actually will not get into this episode today, but we'll get into it next episode. This is actually time set today. So, for today's episode, we're actually going to be going over the armor and stuff. Now, this is actually how we get in. This comes with the insta-build itself. Oh my god, why am I lagging really bad? Weird. Anyway, there we go. So, here we are. So, as you can see, insta-builds, blocks, other stuff, armor and weapons, which is what we'll be doing today, and then med kits and explosives. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, as you can see, there is a ton of armor in this mod that can go essentially perfect with any biome. So, we got 3 different kinds of forest camo, 3 different kinds of desert, 3 different kinds of snow, and then 1 tactical. Then we got 3 different kinds of knives, which obviously do different damage, and then we got this gun right here, which it's not, you know, a Flames quality gun, but it works for what it is. So first we're going to be going over these 2 different kinds of armor pieces. So here is the first one. It is a light color. As you can see, it goes well with this bunker. If I were to say which biome this goes well with, I would have to say probably plains. And maybe, just maybe, the regular forest, like, you know, the one that spawns next to plains all the time. But pretty cool nonetheless. Now, if we take this guy off, and actually, let's see how many armor points. I believe these do all have the same armor points, but you can never be too sure. So this, it's about half of the armor bars, so not that bad. But, yeah, it works pretty good. So... let's go back into a game mode. Creative. So as you can see, yep, pretty good, awesome. Which is one thing I love about this mod. It really emphasizes on camouflage and blocks and stuff. If you guys didn't know, blocks is my kind of thing too. I mean, I love guns and stuff, but I mean blocks. I mean, look, I have a freaking chisel. I mean, you know I love blocks if you have chisel mod. But yeah. Oops. Okay, there we go. The next, so that was the first forest one. The next is the forest 2. This one's a little, I guess, it's like in a medium range. I guess this would go well with, the regular forest biome. Not really my favorite, personally, but it works for what it is, of course. But, yeah. Let's take this bad boy off, and let's put in the last forest one. Now, this is probably my favorite forest one, because as you can see, this is the traditional one that you see in a lot of army movies. So this would be definitely my favorite, but pretty cool indeed. I don't really know which one this would be good in. Probably taiga, maybe, or the spruce forest, like, you know, this biome, but that's really about it. I wouldn't really know any other biomes that this goes well with. So let's get all of these. Actually, we can just delete them all. And actually, that one goes good with my skin too, so that's another reason why I like it. Next, let's go over the desert armor camouflage ones. So let's get them out. Of course, we got 3 different types. So here's the first one. So this is definitely the lightest one. I think this one is probably the best. That works well with the desert biome, just for the fact that it's lighter than most, because these ones are a little darker, so they're easier to see. But this one, this one definitely blends in. So for desert, this would probably be the one I would pick if I was in a multiplayer scenario or something. But it doesn't help that my skin's green, so obviously you can see me pretty well in the desert, so I probably wouldn't even have a base in the desert in the first place. Here's this one. I don't really know. This is probably the one I don't really like, but again, your opinions. But this is a more tanner one, as you can see here. More of a what would you call it? Like a milk chocolate color almost. Like the little dark brown dots on it kind of look milk chocolate, and then the outside looks like, I don't know why, guys, but this reminds me of a cookie. Okay, it reminds me of a freaking cookie. I don't know why, but it just does. Or maybe like a brownie, but you know, that kind of thing. Yep, that is pretty much that. That is the second desert type, and here's the last one right here. Now, this really isn't desert. This is more, again, like a foresty kind. Like, this goes well more with the forest ones, but I guess you could use this in the desert depending on what biome is. Like, I think if you use, what's it called, Biomes Plus, is that what it's called? Don't quote me on that, but I think that mod might have a desert biome that looks like this. I have no freaking idea. Or a biome that looks like this, rather. But it works, again, for what it is, but definitely not a favorite. I like the first one we had. So, yeah. And then let's take these bad boys off. Oh, wait, why did I just do that? So, the last biome that we're going to be going over for in case of armor is obviously the snowy biomes. So, yeah, those ones. So let's get this bad boy on. And doop. So this is definitely going to be one that you would wear in a snow biome. I think the next one might be a competitor in terms of camouflage. Because I'm really basing this off of camouflage, guys, not really like how it looks. Like, of course, you know, looks are sometimes everything. And in this case, camouflage is one of those things, you know. So, like, if I were to camouflage, I would want this one as my snow camouflage one. So, you know, just putting that out there. So, probably my favorite out of the snow biome ones. Here is this one. Yeah, definitely a competitor with the first one. This one could, I actually kind of like this one more a little bit. The other one was a lot more camouflage because it goes more with the light snow. But I think in a snowy forest, this might do well just because of the darker gray accents on it. So, if I were in a snowy forest, I might go for this one. But yeah. And then finally, the last one. Now this one right here, I don't really know. I do like it though. Like, within itself, this is probably a favorite one out of the whole entire mod. Not just going off of, if it's good as camouflage anymore. I mean, you guys saw the original forest one, the third forest one. That was definitely my favorite. Oops. But this one, I think this is my second favorite, just for the fact that it looks freaking badass. I mean, look at it. But, sorry for my language on that, sorry guys. But, like, seriously, I kind of like this one a lot more than the rest of the other ones. And then, of course, desert's coming in last, because I'm not really a desert fan. Sorry for all you desert people out there. And then finally, the last armor piece that we'll be going over is the tactical one. So this is more of a generic armor set, as you can see here. You know, civilian life, I guess you could say. Maybe a cop kind of thing, like SWAT team, I don't know. But this is more of a, actually, maybe Spetsnaz, I don't know. But this is more of a city kind, you know, regular, not really anything different. Let's actually see the armor points and see if they're different. Oops. Oh, no, nah. Oh, wow, but this is better than the rest of them. This one is essentially full diamond by the looks of it. So definitely, if you're going for armor over camouflage, this would be your armor set right here. And that pretty much wraps it up on terms of armor. Oops. And boom. So, since we're done with armor, we might as well look at the weapons, obviously. So, where are they? There they are. So here are the knives, and here is the gun. So the knives go in by, obviously, attack damage. So you got the combat knife, which is 7 tactical, 8, and 9 army. Now, actually, when I first did survival, I actually made one of these, believe it or not. I think it was actually this bad boy right here. Yeah, I remember it now. See, there's a little 2 squares right there, the ones that are see-through or whatever. But yeah, this was actually the, when I started my first survival, modded survival, I was in a desert, and this was the first, modded weapon I ever made, and then I went to Flans guns, but this was like my, this was my main weapon of choice, because it was just freaking badass. I mean, look at this bad boy. I don't know if you can see it that well. Oh yeah, look at that! Look at that! You got this yeah. And then tactical knife, because, Little Shrimp always doing the best, right? I mean, I gotta have the best knife if I'm gonna fight off the hordes of monsters that attack my little solitary base. And then we got a tactical knife right here, and a combat knife. We can actually test these out, Not that'll make a difference, because we already know the attack damage, but we might as well test them out. It's already becoming nighttime, so we'll do that. And we'll place him down. So this is the weakest, so 1, oops, no, oh my god, I'm lagging really bad. 2, okay, so it looks like these are all going to be 2. We should actually probably test ones that have more damage. I'm sorry about this. Let's actually, there we go, crit hit him. Okay, we'll do it on the villager, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was 3 hits. Wait, why do I keep placing them down? Let's actually delete them, so I stop doing that. Tactical knife. 1, 2, 3. So also 3. And then this one, 1, 2. So that definitely this guy right here is going to be the one you want, because A, he does more damage, and B, the other ones are essentially the same. If you're attacking mobs, they're gonna both kill it with 3 hits, but this one will kill it with 2. If I remember, the recipe for this really isn't that hard. I believe it's just iron and leather, and obviously sticks. So if you guys do want to make this, just a little help on that. But I suggest NEI for that kind of thing. I just don't use NEI, so actually, do I? I thought maybe I did install it. Oh my god, I installed it! Oh my gosh, Little Shrimp never does this. I didn't know I actually installed it. I think I did that like last week. See, so we got iron, leather, flint, and a stick. To show one more thing, and that was, of course, the gun. So as you can see here, it's not a quality Flans gun, but it works for what it does. Now, does this have to actually have a crafting recipe? No, it doesn't, because it's a work in progress. Does bolt do? No, it doesn't. Okay, so they're both work in progress, as you can see here. But in order to obviously use it, you need the bullet. So all you gotta do is you gotta right click, no reloading needed, and you can shoot it. Now, as you can see here, it blows up the ground. So if you're a blowy up person, you can obviously do that. It kind of lags a little bit when you blow the ground up, but hey, what you gonna do, right? I actually don't know how much damage it does in terms of mobs. Well, let's see right here. So really, if you're basing damage, it's really off of the explosion, which actually means you can do multiple mobs at the same time. But if you do hit directly, it takes about 2 to kill it. I think we are pretty much done with today's episode, guys. I'm sorry if it was short, but please forgive me. I kind of want to make this a longer mod review, especially since it has blocks and stuff. So we'll end it at today's episode with the armor and knives and stuff. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy and found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share for more Minecraft videos. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.